Hello everybody and welcome back to the Rugby Magazine Fantasy Show. In this one we are looking ahead to Game Week 3 of the Gallagher Premiership. So here we go, the third round of the Gallagher Premiership season. I can't believe we've hit round 3 already. It's already looking like a fantastic season. As ever, I'm going to take you through the key players, Henry's predictions, my predictions for the weekend ahead. Everybody that you should be signing to your fantasy team so that you can get the most out of the games over the next couple of days. I'm going to kick off, of course, with my key 3 from this weekend, and that is, of course, at the top of my list, none other than Samuel David Simmonds, who obviously has been playing fantastically well through the start of this season, and with Exeter looking likely to register a big W over at Welford Road, he sits top of that list as ever. So next up on my list then is Thomas Young, and although he's had a couple of muted performances in the first 2 rounds of the competition, Wasps are at home against Newcastle. Newcastle are flying, of course, but I expect Wasps to come out with that one, and I expect Thomas Young to be at the forefront of a victory there. My final player for my key 3 is none other than Alex Waller. His brother Ethan's been playing really well through the opening rounds, but Alex looks like he's found some of that form that made him a fantasy favourite over the last couple of years, and I'm expecting him to go really well in his fixture this weekend. So next up is my top value pick. Now in the first week I went with AJ McGinty, and he's starting at 10 again this weekend for Sale Sharks, but he actually is not my value pick. This week I'm going to go with Newcastle's Sean Robinson. He's been playing fantastically well, and I expect his level of performance to continue through this weekend. And so without any further ado, on to predictions and the way I see the games panning out over this weekend and the key players for each of those fixtures. And I'm going to kick it off, of course, with Bristol against Northampton at Ashton Gate. Now Henry has this one down as a 16-point to 13 win for Northampton. I can't see Northampton winning it. Bristol have played really well away at Wasps. They played really well at home against Worcester last week, and I think at home they are not going to lose this one. Bristol are also on a 3-game win streak against Northampton, and they've never managed to go further than that, so that will be a duck that they can break this weekend. Key players in that fixture: Alex Waller, Brian Byrne and Dave Atwood. So next up is Worcester against Bath. Now Henry has this one down as a 25-point to 16 win for Bath. And while I'm inclined to agree with him, I don't think the margin is going to be that big. Honestly, I think Worcester could probably sneak this. I don't think Bath have started particularly well this season. If that continues, I think Worcester will sneak it. But Bath have announced a reasonably good lineup, and I think they might just sneak through by a couple of points in that one. Worcester come into this fixture having registered back-to-back home wins in the Premiership, and previously they've only managed 1 victory in 6 attempts at 6 ways immediately before this current run. Key players in that fixture: Ben Spencer, Zach Mercer and of course Ethan Waller. So next to Welford Road and Leicester against Exeter. Now Henry has this one down as a 22-point to 10 win for Exeter, and honestly I can't see Leicester coming through in this one, although I did say they would lose to Gloucester in the opening round, and of course they won that one, but I think Exeter are too strong, and I think Leicester are going to come through on this one. September 2017 was the last time Exeter lost to Leicester. Now, key players in this one are both of the Simmonds brothers and Hanro Liebenberg, who I expect to go well in that fixture. So next up to the Rico and Wasps against Newcastle. Now Henry has this one down as a 32-point to 18 win to Wasps, and I'm going to go with Wasps too. I don't think Newcastle are going to come through in this one. They've obviously performed fantastically well through the opening couple of rounds, but I think they'll meet their match with Wasps at this one. A win for Newcastle will see them register 3 wins in their opening 3 games for the first time since the 2004-2005 season. Key players in this one: Tom Young, Michael Young at 9 for Newcastle, and 22-year-old Adam Radwan. So next up is London Irish against Sale. Now Henry has this one down as a 29-point to 20 win for Sale. I'm inclined to agree with him. I think Sale will win this one, but I think it's going to be mightily close, and I wouldn't rule out London Irish sneaking a win in this one. Ben Curry registered the most tackles last week with 20, which is the 6th time since the 2018-19 season he's hit the big 2-0. And actually it's only John O'Ross with 7 who's done it more times in that period. Key players in this fixture then are Ollie Hassel-Collins, AJ McGinty and Luke James. And so finally on to the Gloucester versus Harlequins fixture. Now Henry has this one down as a 26-point to 20 win for Gloucester, and I'm inclined to agree with him. I think Gloucester will come through this one, but I think it's going to be a mightily close game. Having previously registered 1 out of 12 wins on the road, Harlequins are now on a 4-match away win run and have the chance to register 3 Premiership victories in a row at Kingsholm. They've never managed to win more than 2 games back-to-back against Gloucester before, though. I think this is going to be a really tight game. I think it's going to be a really great fixture. I think Gloucester will come through. Key players to look out for: Marcus Smith, Alex Dombrandt, and one of our fantasy favourites who we're all excited to see get back to the boil is Jason Woodward. So there we go, an exciting weekend in prospect as ever. A little bit of food for thought, of course, at the end of my Gameweek preview videos. We are done with unlimited transfers now, and we are back to the basic 5 transfers a week, of which 2 are free. The remaining 3 have a minus 20-point penalty each, so bear that in mind when you're making all of your changes. As ever, hit that like and subscribe button, follow us on your favourite social media channel, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side of the weekend for the Gameweek review.